Have we gone live? We've gone live.
We have. We are alive. Hello, Dale, compadre.
Hello,
Welcome.
Skipper. I guess which way I'm looking this way because you can see you right there.
We have. We are.
Uh-oh, it did it again. I don't like you.
So how are you, Mr. Skipper?
Fine. Welcome, everybody, to the Treasure Trove. Beautiful Monday out there. Some of you are really late, probably almost into Tuesday, but the rest of us, we're enjoying a lovely Monday evening. It's quite warm here in Edmonton, Alberta. It must be pretty dark there. And
it got dark really quick. We went to the shop, and actually, I was about to watch PA Patriot Prospecting's panning video, right? And I needed to go to the shop, walked up the shop, and it was closed. And so we had to walk everywhere else, and till we found the shop open. Got back. Lauren, obviously Zoe's at work at this time, and it was bright as anything. And then it just went dark instantly. It was that dark. We had bats out.
At what time was that?
That was around about 9 o'clock.
That's not too bad.
No, it's summer, so it's quite bright until about 11, but it went really dark. So I need to watch, and I totally forgot about his video. So I need to go back and watch his video. I was like, oh, this looks cool because it's set up in his, I think, in his living room, I think. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to sit and watch this now because I love the panning videos. And so now he's reminded me. That's exactly what I said. Right, I need to watch the video when I get home. And but we was walking for ages looking for a shop that was open. And of course, Zoe got home, and she's only by about, well, supposed to be home by about 10:30, so we got home to 11.
Mm-hmm.
So she hadn't been home an hour yet, really. So yeah, totally forgot. Sorry about that, my friend. I will watch it. There's Zoe now. She's walked past me. Hello. Zoe's stream was pretty cool on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. Opened up a few things. Tried this chocolate bar. One reminded, was it like mint, wasn't it? It had like this essence of mint. It was like a mysterious chocolate bar. Then it was like marshmallow, like that fluff marshmallow stuff. That was quite nice. The second one, I don't know what that was, but that was disgusting. I didn't like that. I had one chunk of that and I'd just give it back.
Mm-hmm.
So vile. To me anyway. So yeah, that was Zoe's stream. It was really cool actually.
Hi, Neil.
Hey, Neil. Neil's in the house. Neil's at work. He's working very hard. Yeah, I've got a fun fact for you. What is Stan Lee, right, with his comics, famous for?
What is Stan Lee's comics famous?
Yeah, his comics and his programs and stuff like that, his villains and all that, and his characters.
What are they famous for?
What is so unique about them?
Oh, unique about them?
Yeah, what is all unique about them? There's one thing that you probably overlooked.
Stan Lee is in almost every movie.
Not that. No.
No?
No, it's about the characters.
Oh, unique about the characters?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of the question. So I don't know nothing about comics and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to figure a question together. EAC.
Well, I think the one underlying thing that I can see is that it's heavily involved in sciences.
No. Well, kind of. That's not the answer though. What I'm looking for.
Well, I'm doing the best I can.
Okay. The characters have all got one thing in common. Okay. And they're unique to the character.
But it's one thing in common.
everything's got one thing in common. Yeah. And they all
They-
got
They all have a sense of humor.
dark sense of humor, yeah, some cases. No, I'll tell you, shall I? They all have the same initial.
What?
Peter Parker, James Jonathan. If you think of that initials,
Thor.
yeah, but
He.
initials is of the person.
Yeah, there's no initial in
Okay,
Thor.
I'll make it a bit more clear. Hang on. I don't know the characters, so I'm just.
Well, you shouldn't say ask a question if you don't know what.
Hello, evil
Go to bed.
archperceptive.
Please go on, go to bed and stop back chatting the chat a minute. I'm trying to get my head around this.
Well, if you didn't ask a stupid question,
You're sending Zoe to bed? Are you
Go to
serious?
bed, no tea. Go on.
yeah, he's very serious. He's a naughty boy.
She sits there and she muffles, and she knows I can't think straight, and she's there. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that.
Well, it's a stupid bloody question. That's all.
So, Zoe, how does a Martian talk?
There's a what?
A Martian talk.
I don't know.
Apparently, she's never watched the movie Mars Attacks.
No.
See, actually, the name of 4 is the 4 of Thunder, or Thunder 4. So TT.
Thunder Thor?
Thunder 4, yes, that's his official title.
No way. Thunder Thor. Okay, what's his brother's initials then? Loki. Is it what? Lame Loki? Loser Loki?
I think that's Thunder 4. That's what you said here. Hang on. Oh man, I'm trying to learn here. I'm trying to learn.
You know, it gets harder as you get older to learn. You know that, right? Your brains and neurons, they get that gap, and the ATP doesn't.
No, I had it in my head, and Zoe's there going, oh,
All
right. It blows me up.
Tony Stark. TS. Your theory is not holding H2O.
Okay.
Okay, he's getting stubborn.
Matt Murdock, Richard, Susan Storm. Okay, I don't know half of these people, so you have to bear with me on here. Right. Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, Mike Murdock, Richard, Susan Storm, Stephen Strange, Pepper Potts, Buck Barnes, Wade Wilson, Doctor Doom, Jessica Jones, Green Goblin, Happy Hogan, whoever that is, Ditto, Otto Octavius, Silver Surfer, Scott Summers, Daredevil, Loki, Laferosis, whatever his name is, Miss Marvel, Rocket Raccoon, John Jonah Jameson Jr., Mil Morales, Black Bolt, Invincible Iron Man, Fin Fang Foom, Peter Parker, Betty Brant, I can't see half these, Kurt Connors, Dum Duggan, Spectacular Spider-Man, Kamala Khan, Warren Worthington, Betty Banner, Robbie Robinson, Betsy Baddock, Brian Baddock, Sebastian Shaw, Multiple Man, Big Bertha, Brian Banner, Richard Ryder, Barney Burton, Betray Bill, Carl Creel, whatever his name is, Lois London, Greer Grant, Robert Reynolds.
Oh, right, you've made your point.
And it goes on and on and on.
Is there like a Zoe Zebra in there? Or...
No. Zoe, go to bed is one of them.
I'm going to bed.
Go up those stairs.
Sleep with that one.
Good night, sweetheart.
No, no.
Take me to bed.
Love you. Remember, when you go to bed, don't fall out of it, okay?
Okay.
No safety net this time.
Go on
I'm
then.
taking it away.
Good night, people. Have fun.
We will.
Good night.
Good night.
Love you, babes. Good night, sweetheart.
Okay,
Good morning.
you've proven your point. Yes, I never knew that. Even though I never would have guessed some of the names that you had there. So I guess today we are expecting a guest online. Hopefully he shows up here, who will be telling a little bit about what he does as a hobby. And I'm going to be covering a bit on displays for the Numismatics here, the numismatists, and
Numismatist. I can't even say that word
yes,
now.
and you've got some coins to share with us. And if anybody else wants to come up, we're inviting you to do that. Also, do not forget, if you want to get in the pay it forward wheel for today, just put in the item that you'd like to donate towards the wheel to get you on the wheel, and let Dale know, and we can carry on from then.
Do you know what? I've been trying to sort my cards out all day today and other bits and bobs, and couldn't get to the post office today. It's been that busy. So they're going to go. They're definitely going to go tomorrow. Everybody's posting to be out tomorrow. Now the question is, where's my book?
Oh, good to see the links going in there. Great.
It was here. There it is. I got it. There it is. Underneath something. So I got the Treasure Trove book, the Pay It Forward book now. I haven't got any coins to show if anybody wants to see some coins, but I haven't got any that because I am just searching through. Oh man, my desk is a mess. That's George's fault. Every time I end up going in George's stream, I end up with a mess. Right. Northeast coins. Nice to see you. Get to know each other. Of course.
Yeah, Northeast Coins has got a really nice channel.
Northeast Coins has, yeah.
Out.
Right. Alrighty. Now, is there any news in your part of the world then, Skipper, for any type of collections going on? Now, I have met a few people online in different communities that other people will enjoy and like. And I did been putting out the chats, of course, in these new ventures.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are into going out and about, going around castles, karaoke. There is some people with comics. Met this absolutely amazing guy today through George, who is doing a giveaway. I forgot to write his name down actually, and I told him to go to Neil, you, and White Mojo Wolf, and a few others. I need to get. I'm trying to make space, so excuse me.
Oh yeah, you carry on. I can actually go through a little bit of what I have here while you're getting yourself organized.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll start to as many of you know, my big thing is displays, and I do displays for the Royal Canadian Mint here in Edmonton, in conjunction with West Edmonton Coin and Stamp, and it's especially prevalent when we do what they call the coin swaps, where you can bring a coin in, and the Royal Canadian Mint. This is a lovely thing. I wish all numismatists and everywhere could take part in this, because you go to the mall, you go up to the Royal Canadian Mint table, and you can take one of your coins out and give it to them, and they will swap you one-on-one for the newest commemorative coins that they have coming out. So
Wow.
so there's it's basically you're getting it for face, so it's wonderful. And I hope one day to get Jack up on our feet here. It'd be nice. But I do different levels of displays. It's everything from just one or two small items to major cases, and it's up to you what it is. If you're going to do displays, they should be both functional and will draw the interest of whoever it is that's looking at it, and just decide on what kind of themes that you might have, whether it be cartoon characters, ships, military. The only limits your imagination. So and you should come up with different things. Now I'm going to go a very small display. I'll start off with that first, because I like to really include a lot of meaning behind them. And this is one of the ones that I've done, and you probably got a fair amount of glare there, but as you can see, these floating displays are available at your LCSs and online. And there you go. It's not too bad there. You'll note there's 3 coins in this display. And now this coin is my dedication to the people of Israel. And what we have here, the first coin, which is right here, was actually issued by the Nazis during World War II to the Jews in the ghettos. And the next one is the commemorative coin for those who managed to survive the concentration camps and actually were freed. And the third one is a coin issued to the soldiers of Israel, of the IDF, on graduation on Masada, and that's, you can see the picture of Masada on there, and that's where the zealots had held off with the Romans, and the Romans never had the satisfaction of capturing them. They all, in fact, committed suicide, and the motto is "We shall remain free men," and it's a very strong. So you're seeing the transition from being persecuted and killed off to being freed to making themselves mighty enough so it never happens again. So that's the kind of thing that you could use your imagination to tell a story, and that makes displays that much more interesting.
You got some amazing displays.
Yeah, I'm going to just do a casual tour here. Show you a few of the things that I have here, so I'm gonna hope not get you all dizzy. And if I get past my puppy dog, okay, Lightning, you're gonna have to move.
Cartoon universe.
Thank you, Lightning. You're a good boy. Okay. Now I have 3 major display cases in my coin room that I call it, man cave, and you can pick up displays, preferably ones that you can lock.
Yeah, that's important.
And you can pick up a lot of these display. I got mine from IKEA. And basically what it is, I wanted to show Canadiana, but also show stories within the case. And I will start off, as you can see, I've included some interior lighting in this one. And what you're seeing here are flags from the various regiments I once belonged to. A memorial for Pearl Harbor, which two of my family actually went down on the USS Arizona in Pearl Harbor. As you can see, as an exonumist, I anchor my coin collections with antiques and items that reflect the meaning of the coins. And most of them are military. So I have the red coat and those rebels, those blue coats that shook off the monarchy. And and then, of course, many of the coins I have here are reflective of not only military, but also first responders, which I try to get as much representation as possible. The coins here, of course, are Canada and the United States, showing our friendship. I'm also a monarchist. Now, forgive me, you're looking at Bradford Exchange crowns, which are basically worthless. But since I'm a monarchist, I'll just let it go for now because I didn't know better when I collected them. And so I got all the stuff for the royal families. Lovely little sets showing, if you're into stamp collecting and whatnot. I don't have a lot of stamps, but there's some I have there. The British coins and a lot of stuff again with the monarchy showing in the coins. And way down below are my circulation coin sets that are all in albums, starting from right to left. These are all my Canadian. Then I have my Great Britain and American, and those are all American on there too. I've utilized the little. They're not my albums of choice, but it's better than just throwing them in a jar. And you do a display up like this. It's something that you can enjoy. Just make sure that it's secure. I have several layers of security, which everybody should have. And this is the one case that I have that I can enjoy. Sit back and watch TV, and I want to check out my stuff or add to it or subtract it, then I can do that. So that's that case. Now, you're going to stare at my ceiling for a second because I got to get up off my derriere and move over to some of my other displays here. There we go. All right. Now, the other two display cases I have are World War I, World War II, Korea, United Nations peacekeeping, Afghanistan. And again, I've tried very hard to put items into the cases that anchor the coin collections. So this is, I'm going into my World War I case right now. If it'll let me here, here we go. I'm locked out of my own face. Here we go. All right. Get my belly around it. All right. Again, I use smaller displays. And again, these floating displays are really nice for doing coins up. My last Bradford Exchange ones that I did, I had to have it because it was D-Day, the D-Day landings, and keeping to the theme. So, but if you check most of the coins here, even little things like, when I think about it, I guess I collect pencil sharpeners too, but they're all in the shape of cannons. As you can see, I've got every one of these are World War One coins, or they're memorials. Different statuary bronzes. This is World War One soldier with the original Patricia hat badge. And of course, I had to throw some paper money in there. There's the original red ensign that was flown in World War One. And we didn't have the maple leaf back then. That's the flag that we had. And then, of course, down below, I've got the Vimy Ridge display. And I got a couple of challenge coins, some of the more significant ones, and a few other pieces. And this empty pile here will be filled with silver again. It used to be. I had a bunch of emergencies. I had to cash it in this year, which was kind of sad. But and of course, little things like this. I got these things from Vimy Ridge when I was there. So yeah, those are the ones I have for my World War One display. And I slip over here into my World War Two. And again, there's you can use your imagination. How do you want to put your displays together? You gonna cooperate with me here? There we go. Okay, now this one here, this is one of my pride and joy. This is one that Dale made me, and that's my regiment, the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry, and he did that pour for me. You'll see cap badges. A soldier carrying a wounded soldier plate. That's the Dieppe Memorial. That's actually on the beach in Dieppe, France, and in Windsor, Ontario. You'll see a lot of poppies in my displays on the coins. Again, all the coins are World War II or Korea or Afghanistan. And got into model making just for the sake of having... those are all the vehicles I drove when I was in the service. And when my battery's not dead, this guy turns around. And there's the flag from the Essex and Kent Scottish. And again, if you take a close look, every one of them have something to do with the military. You see a couple blank there, it's because I'm doing videos. And then you've got little larger things down below. Hat badges, little trinkets, display items that are used to again anchor your coin collections to UN flag. So that's the kind of thing that you can do when you're a coin collector, and not just putting them into albums or tucking them away in a vault somewhere. You can do all kinds of things with them. I did a display up for my son for 9/11. He was a firefighter, and as a firefighter, he got this lovely framed coin with the picture of the firefighters running towards the Twin Towers, and the silver in that coin was recovered silver from the 9/11 ground zero. And I'll tell you, he appreciated getting something like that big time. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with your collections. And of course, those that aren't doing just coins, you can be doing stickers, which I'm sure many of our channel folks that are content providers are now doing, is building a sticker board. And by the way, I'll have some new stickers coming out here shortly. They're on order.
Oops. Hello, Skip. No sound. No, we have.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. And exit layout. There you go. And that's what I got to show you today. Oh, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Like, as far as, we also, my collection started off in a 16-pound box of coins. And it was a matter of sitting down, sorting them out, identify them, do some spreadsheets. There's a lot of stuff you can do online. What's Numista has got their website. You can use that. Whatever you want to use to organize your coin collection. And I see Nick. It's good to see him here. Ogre Coins too. Dimebag Darren. Yeah, it's whatever you want to do with your collection and go the direction you want to. I mean, the other day we're talking about ancients. That's a whole different ball game. I mean, how many directions can we go with this, Dale? I mean,
well, it's 365 degrees, so in all directions, really, in a circle. So you just go around in circles in all directions, every which way you can. And the funny thing is, no matter what you collect, you end up going off in a different direction anyway. It's like Neil said, he started out with newer comics, then going back towards the older comics, and people may collect certain characters or certain. I used to collect stamps. I still collect stamps. Not as often as I'd like to, but my coins are taken over. I mean, I've really got to sort my displays out properly because I got so much stuff, but I got very little room. I had an email today saying that I'm going to be getting another load of coins in from somebody, so I can't wait for that.
awesome.
Now, this is from a guy who used to have a coin store. This is not from a coin store. I'll give this guy a bit of money, and then he'd just send me in a few things. So I obviously went for the list of Numismaniacs earlier, and that was. I'm not sure what they're like. I never even heard of a 20-cent coin. So from Canada. So
1858.
1858, Newfoundland. I'm not sure what the value is. I just get an email. We've got these coins are coming in to you, and it's been a while since I've had something off this guy. So it's been yeah. I do go to other places, but this has been a little while. So can't wait, to be honest. I do have some coin news if anybody's interested in about the latest issues.
Sure, I'll put you large there. You can show us here.
Okay, coin news magazine. Alrighty, from Australia. Australian Commonwealth Games, Royal Australian Mint, gold-plated Cooper nickel, 50 cents. Is the mintage figures of only 20,000. Absolutely looking good. It's got the cricket there. It's like bowls and many other things. I'll show you the coins afterwards. From Austria, this is Smart Mobility, and this is from the Austrian Mint. This is silver nobium, and it's a 25 euro coin, and there is 65,000 minted. The cost of them I don't know. The next one, Numismaniac is going to love. I'm not sure if he's got one of these already. It's Farewell to the Penny, the W mint mark. So that's going to be Winnipeg, I believe. So that's going to be from the Canadian Mint. It's silver. It's a 1 cent, and there's only 15,000 minted. From the Cook Islands, we have the Iron Maiden Senjutsu. This is like a Senjutsu warrior by the looks of it. BH Mayers. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Metal is silver. It's $10, and there's one less than 1,000 of that. From Gibraltar, it's the World of David Williams. Rattenberg, it's mint from Popjoy. It's silver and Krupa nickel mixed together by the looks of it. 50 pence. Mintage is 1,999 silver and I'm not even sure what that number is. I think they've missed the number out here. I think they've missed the number. I think that's 7,500 for Creeper and Nickel. From Palu. Now this is one of my favourite looking coins. It's the Daydreamer Future. The metal is still, it's $10 and it's only 1,500 minted. So there's the Commonwealth Games coin. There is the Austrian coin. There is the Canadian cent. And that's the ninjutsu coin from the Cook Islands. You know, we've got his katana there.
Go look.
I can't see it now.
Oh, good boy. He looks tired. Hi.
And Gibraltar.
Right.
David Williams. And then the Palu coin. That looks absolutely amazing.
That's a lovely magazine.
I love this magazine. It's my favourite magazine ever.
Hey, back up. He's okay. You're okay.
Here you go. And this is what
He
the Royal
wants
Mint
to see what
looked
you guys
like
are doing.
back in the day.
Yeah.
The Royal Mint Workshop. Oh, wrong way.
All right. I think we've got our guest that's just showed up too.
Okie dokie. Awesome. It's good to see AC Nick Molnar and
There he is. Welcome to the live feed there, Andrew.
Hello, hello.
Wordna the Magnificent. I've read everything now.
Figured that was creative.
Well, Andrew, and say hello to the chat and all the folks here, and give us an idea what it is that you like doing with your spare time.
Well, this was very impromptu. Didn't expect to be doing this, but some of the spare time stuff I'm enjoying doing these days is a lot of on the crypto side. The skipper here got me into one of the cryptos. It's called XYO. Kind of tanked lately, but it's still around, and I'm still actively doing that. And I've also got into another miner that the skipper is kind enough to let me use his home to help me do it. It isn't doing much yet, but it's going to be picking up. I'm hoping to earn a living from this stuff eventually. We'll see. But and the skipper's been kind enough as well to help me dabble in the fine art of numismatics. I'm not very good at it. I don't have a lot, but those are my that's. I mean, I don't know if you want to ask me questions to help me elaborate, but
the truth is, the crypto, from my perspective, has been wonderful because I was able to cash in my crypto, and I actually bought precious metals, and some of the finest pieces I have in my collection didn't cost me a cent. It was just.
Well, I told you when I was
Geomine.
lucky enough that if I would have cashed out at the top when XYO was at its peak, where and I didn't. I did it when it was $6,000 less worth. Where the stuff I got, I could have got nearly 20 grand Canadian, and it was all from free mining. Granted, it 2 or 3 years of free mining, but still, it's free money. So, and I use that to invest in the other crypto that I'm currently doing. So, and I'm still doing XYO to this day. I'm actually a premium user. I pay quite a bit of money to mine this stuff, and I do okay with it. I don't know if I'm actually going to make money on it, but
I hope you're.
I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to lose
sure
a
you'll
lot.
be more successful than I was, but I'm still happy with what happened with me.
Yeah, God, I wish you would have cashed out maybe 6 months later. You probably would have been tenfold.
Yeah, I would have had a lot more. I missed
I
out
feel really
by
bad. Or 4 months. Sorry, 4 months. 4 months. I think it was 4 months after you cashed out is when everything went
what
high up.
skyrocketing. Yeah, I know.
It's unfortunate, but I mean, that's
It's
the risk
just
of it. Unfortunately,
I find it's so up and down that
right
you have
now
to
crypto is
really
very
monitor
down.
it.
Right now all crypto, Bitcoin, everything is tanking pretty good. XYO is taking a pretty good hit.
Yeah.
It's not gone, and then the one that I'm currently most active in is taking a pretty good hit too. But it's not because the projects are bad. It just all crypto is taking a hit. I don't know, some people who are a little on the fence are, dropping out. You kind of like, how the people who invest in the stock market, as soon as they see the media report that, oh, the stocks are going down, they all pull out. Probably kind of like that. Crypto is very volatile. It can be very volatile. It's very dependent on people investing in projects, and that's the problem. There's a lot of people who invest or uninvest by fear, and that's not the way to invest. I'm not. I've withdrawn my XYO, but I've not. Oh, what happened? I've withdrawn my XYO, but I haven't. I haven't just completely given up on it. Come close a couple times because I wasn't sure if it was worth it, but I mean, I'm making quite a bit right now. I'm actually, as of right now, and actually, you might lose me on camera for a second. I'm just going to open up my coin app. And locally here, I'm the top earner in the Edmonton area. I just had to check real quick. I'm the top earner in Edmonton for the day. So it doesn't mean much because Edmonton isn't a big earner, but still better than nothing.
Yeah. So what are your plans? What is there anything that you would like to be getting into collecting or into any hobbies that you're looking at doing?
Well, if my better half will let me do it, and it all depends on if I can afford it. A coworker of mine is heavy into hockey car collecting and other things. Sorry. Is into hockey cards and stuff, and I used to be into that when I was a kid. So I may dabble into that at some point. He's getting me some collections, some local collections from like the Tim Hortons hockey cards and what have you. I'm not opposed to doing coins as well, but I would like to kind of figure out if there's like a genre or a category rather than just randomly. When I went to the Royal Canadian Mint 3 years ago, I spent a whole bunch of money on a whole bunch of random coins. It'd be nice if I can get actually,
the Mint has put out a nice series of train coins.
CN specific or just in general?
CN, CP, historic. They're all there. They're out there.
Is it a collection right now, or is it just a?
It's not a current one, but you can get them.
Okay, I'll have to have a look. If the price is right, I'm not opposed. I mean, I'm working a lot of overtime.
Yeah, for those of you wondering, Andrew here is a conductor on a specific rail line that CN, if I believe, is right.
CN is the correct railroad. I am a conductor.
Oops. I think we've frozen.
I think he's disappeared.
Yeah, with the things that's what he said there is a key problem with new people is if the price is right. Now, prices are guides and to any collection, and so that's going to be. I mean, it's searching for these, say, a Pacific coin which has trains on it. Now, are they coins or are they commemoratives or are they ornaments?
Okay, so, the coins I'm talking about, you can get them, of course. A coin, it's not a coin if it doesn't have a dollar value on it. Other than that, it's a round. So when you there are lots of rounds you can get trains on it, but the Royal Canadian Mint put out a series of actual coins. Yeah. With a dollar figure on it, so that they're actual coins, and over the years they probably put out 15 or 20 of them at least. If you want to do a collection up, that's all trains.
So
Yeah.
it's that's the thing as well. Is like I'm pretty sure you'll guide him anyway with that sort of thing, but
Yeah,
I
I
can't
just got a
remember-
message from Andrew. His phone died. He'll be sneaking back in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay. So it is a key question though, is if the price is right. And that is a good statement to start off on, because he's not rushing in there like a headless chicken to buying anything that could be worthless. And or overpaying for something like if he goes next door, it might just be 10 times cheaper. So yeah, I think that search for coin stores first rather than going on eBay. Use eBay as a price guide for sales and stuff, which is one thing. But yeah, I that's a good caution. Is always the best way to step. But anyway, that's. I hope he does. I hope he starts it. As he said, his direction is one thing, but we never stick to that direction. Unfortunately, we always find something that's interesting.
I thought I had him totally hooked until he met the love of his life, and suddenly his coin collecting monies went elsewhere. Now they have a new child. So he's got to watch his pennies now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of the things that the Royal Canadian Mint does every year is you can actually purchase all the coins for the year in this beautiful gift set. I think I've shown that to you before.
Yeah.
Right, and you can get all the rolls from every denomination, and you do. In fact, that's one of my habits is I pick up a box of these things every year. There's Isa. Okay, Isa is his better half. Okay, she's.
I'm just going to look for these Canadian train coins.
Yeah, I'll stick the link up here again. And I could have sworn was that Nick Molnar that snuck in there in the basement and then took off.
He said he'll open the shed.
Oh, gee, I don't know. What's the weather like in Ontario right now? I don't think I'd want to be stuck in the shed if it's like 40 degrees Celsius.
This set is called Steam and Steel from this is just a commemorative set. It's a pretty cool set actually. Look. Steam and Steel set.
Okay, Northeast Coins, thank you for coming in. Oh, hello.
Stevenson Rocket. You got the Flying Scotsman. The Mallard. That is... Oh, God, bloody insects. We got a huge... Because obviously we're part of the Great Western Railway. I've seen the Greatest Scot... I've seen the Flying Scotsman. And... Oh, what's the other one? Oh, I can't remember the other one now. But I'll have to take a trip over there one day. And there's a whole bunch of these old railway sites in Purton. Oh, God.
Yeah, I haven't entered the video again. Actually.
Oh, we get to see a tour.
I'm just going to quickly put these things in so that you're not hearing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
Okay, I'm just putting in my hands free here real quick, just so that everybody in the car, including little little kid over there doesn't have to hear the chats.
Yeah, Dale was just showing us all the British coins that he has with train locomotives on it.
Oh yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I just realized that. Your fault, not mine.
This is the railway museum, just down the road here.
Oh, did you want to hold this?
Yeah, you know what? We have one of those in Edmonton as well.
That was just for 7 kilometers.
What do we have? Sorry,
The Railroad Museum north of Edmonton.
I've been there actually. When we were working for ETS, they I think they had like a deal to go there or something. I went there once, and now, ironic enough, I drive them in the yard. I actually drive.
Oh, is that neat?
And probably in 3 or 4 years, I'll actually be a full-fledged engineer at some point, whenever they call me for it.
That's the museum there, look.
Oops,
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to turn it up. There we go. Yeah, my hands-free didn't work. I forgot I was using the other my girlfriend's phone. It's not paired.
You know, if you're into trains, whether it be coins or model trains or whatever, one of the coolest things that I've ever done was they have the old-fashioned steam locomotive at Stettler.
Is it actually operational?
It's not only operational, but they actually travel down the track, and the train gets attacked by bandits. We have train robbers that board the train.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And they take donations for a charity, and they have a bar car and whatnot, and the old seats and all the windows are wide open, so you can sit there and enjoy the breeze as you're driving down I think it's narrow gauge.
Do they actually serve in the bar car?
They do.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take a couple days off and go over there and just have some fun.
Yeah, and then at the end you actually get off and you're gonna have yourself breakfast. Look out, that's a nice coin.
The Mallard.
Forgive me, I'm not going to be watching your guys' video. I can talk, but I can't look.
No, that's okay. I can drool at them too. See, if I collected train coins, that would be in my collection.
You're getting me interested in these train coins now. I know.
Good.
And now Isa wants to kick your butt.
Hey, you're building up a nest egg for Zaxxon.
Well, I'm hoping the crypto will do that too. But yeah, I don't even know what part I cut off when my phone died.
Just remember, a coin collector can be dead broke but still have money.
That's true. That's very true. Between the value of the metal, like the
coin itself is money.
No, I know that, but I mean, not all coins are worth anything. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, it's a numismatic value. It's something that I'm not totally educated on.
I think you're hitting on it. That's the important thing to remember: the numismatic value. What are collectors willing to pay for it?
And how often have I come to your place saying, "Look, I got this fancy coin. I'm curious if it's worth anything." And I think you've done some tests on some of my coins, and unfortunately, give me the bad news on most of them.
It's better hear it from someone that's in the hobby than just going on thinking, "Oh, I got this." And a lot of people make that mistake. They'll think, "Oh yeah, I inherited all these coins from my grandma." You take a look at them, and they're just, there's nothing valuable. But then again, there are treasures.
You can get hidden gems that you don't even realize you have.
Exactly.
Listen to stories, and I know I'm not referring to just coins necessarily, but you hear stories of people who find something in the attic of their parents' place, and they're cleaning it up, and they want to go sell it, or see what it's worth, and the auction person says it's worth anywhere from 100,000 to a few million, and you see their jaws drop.
Exactly.
That's a cool thing to watch.
I wouldn't collect the tram car, Dale, if you paid me. I want to wipe that memory off my head.
A what car?
Tram car.
Why?
I don't want anything that has to deal with overhead electricity.
Oh, so in other words, you're not going to be riding the Millwoods LRT when it opens up, eh?
thought you were going to come and
probably
ride
got
the
his half
Millwoods
electric
LRT. They're
too.
going to be opening.
No.
Actually, the LRT in probably 10 years will go by your place.
Yeah, probably out to Lewis Farms.
That's what I mean. Yeah, then you get to catch a train all the way to my place.
Yeah, and I don't have to pay for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you look like Santa Claus there, whatever. They just let you on.
That's right. I just smile and give them a ho ho ho, and I'm on.
There's a lot of ho 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 on the buses. I tell you that. Yeah,
Hey,
that's for sure. No, Santa Claus.
There you go.
yeah,
This
and
Canada- this
EAC's
Canada.
got a good point. They don't have to be valuable to collect.
If it's valuable to you, right?
That's exactly
if
right.
it's a topic you like for example, you brought up the train coins, and now I might look into that and maybe dabble in that here or there. I like the concept of collection, so if it ends up being a collection of some kind, I might strive for it. If it's just random coins, it doesn't usually interest me as much unless it's a really nice coin.
A lot of people collect error coins, and these error coins can be extremely valuable.
Error, you said?
Errors, yeah.
Yeah, those can be if you can find them. I've heard. I think you told me about some of them.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to find some in your change there, those are the things that pay off your house.
When you get home and after the feed's over, come back and take a look at some of the pictures Dale's putting up. I'm drooling, and I don't even collect train ones. Oh, it looks like one of the ones. Hey, it's in a yard. You can relate to that.
I can't. Yeah, like I said, I can't. You have to show them to me later. I can't look while I'm driving. You're just listening to me and watching me drive. I believe you though. I do firmly believe you.
Yeah, he's showing diesel and steam.
I think at the railway museum, there's the heck is that guy in the grass? At the railway museum, I believe there's a steam locomotive. It just goes back and forth, very short distance.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing like it sounds like the Stettler one's a lot more entertaining. But I want to go to the bar car. Seriously, we'll go and I'll enjoy it for the both of us.
I'll tell you, those seats are. When you think about back in the 1850s or whenever they were on these trains, they were not comfortable, not in the least. And imagine being, especially a woman, wearing those freaking corsets and bustles and all the rest of that stuff to travel. It was horrendous. Windows had to be all open so you get air because it's stifling.
Does not sound pleasant at all.
Imagine going through one of those long tunnels with soot.
I'm kind of curious with the steam locomotives, all that smoke coming out of the stack. How much of that ended up inside the passenger cabin?
I didn't notice any at all.
Well, you were around in the 1860s to experience it?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. I think you were in your 50s at the time, weren't you?
Oh, heck no. I was way older than that.
There you go. Boy, you're playing nice now. Usually you get all squirrely about that.
I don't have any squirrelies up north
But
here.
in fairness, you do play crib like you were in your 50s.
Oh,
and
now
1860s.
you're talking. Now you're just trying to poke holes on me here. You're going to end up on the naughty list.
I only speak truth. What the heck? I only speak truth there, young man.
Big Red Bullion.
Are we turning right on Ellerslie? No.
They are nice coins, yeah. I'm out to invest those.
It's in the Walmart parking lot. Which is the Walmart.
Papa G and Big Red Bullion's in the house.
For you?
Neil.
Yeah. I already worked out today.
Okay, do we have anybody else that wants to come up, or do you want to ask any questions of Andrew?
Ask him how I get such a nice haircut.
Believe me, that looks better than the shaggy dog that you normally have.
It's only in the winter. What? Okay. Yeah, I just had a haircut first time in like 5 months. I tell you, man, I lost 10 pounds. Oh.
I'm trying to be polite.
Shh. I do have a before picture. I ain't sharing it on
It's so
YouTube,
hard. Oh my goodness.
You are trying to be polite, I can tell.
I know. I know.
I think he's trying to be really polite because he wants to win at cribbage the next time we play, probably tonight.
Oh yeah.
But he needs my help. You know, I need to gift him points. It's the only way he's able to come close.
I don't know what else to say. He's
I've said it all.
There's no.
When you leave Santa Claus speechless, you know you've done something right.
Not sure what to say about that.
Oh god, awesome.
So,
I'm making Dale laugh too, so I think I've done.
Well,
my job.
Dale's giggling at anything because all his ladies gone to bed.
That's fine. I'm still funny though.
It gets after midnight and he giggles at anything.
That's fine. I'm still funny though. I can
yeah.
guarantee you, I'm putting some people in stitches more than just Dale. Where? Oh, shoot.
I have a stacking on a certain question. Starting 10 years plan in a stack day market.
Okay, I can add something to that, but keeping in mind my answer would be subjective. As a stacker myself, I do not stack I keep my stack separate from my numismatic endeavors. That's different.
Yeah. Yes.
Stacking for me is in case of emergencies, for long term. Something. Hopefully something that's long term where it's. I feel that in my mind, at least 10 or 15% of your income should go towards a stack.
Might be a little tight.
And of course, you have other investments too, whatever your portfolio might be. I'm not an investment advisor, but this is my belief. Silver right now is low, and as long as silver is low, you should be buying it. Try to keep the amount that you're buying in smaller portions. Buying 100-ounce silver bars is not the smartest thing in my mind. Also, high premium rounds and whatnot are not exactly the best coins.
Actually,
Silver Maple Leafs right now, again, they still have too big a premium. You buy them, it's a ridiculous premium on these things. You look, a wise stacker looks at the spot price, tries to buy your bullion at the lowest possible price you can get.
stealing your phone.
So that gold is fluctuating, but again, gold's the same thing. You get a big enough stack of silver, you don't want to have all around a lot of silver. Sell it off and buy gold. Move it up. It takes up less space. Again, the whole thing here is make sure the quantities are easy to dispose of, and if you want to move into the gold, then you again, it's strictly for space, because again, this is not a collectible as such. It's stacking, and build up your stack as you go along. Do it. Buy when you can afford it. Don't put yourself out. If you can afford it, buy more. If you can't afford it, buy less. But be consistent. Try to pick up some pieces here and there. I just picked up 10 ounces of silver. Not a lot. It's not here yet. But that's for a rainy day in case I need it.
It's supposed to rain tonight, though.
Yeah. Well, okay. Throw rocks at him. Anyway. So that's my viewpoint. That's how I stack. And I'm sure a lot from what discussions I've had with other stackers, they're along the same guidelines as me. Dale?
I was going to say, if you can afford it, gold, fractional gold is probably another way, but keep track of what you're buying now and then look at it later and see if you made any kind of investment on it. Because who knows what's going to 10 years, lots can happen in 10 years. But yeah, I think silver and fractional gold. The reason I say fractional, it's easier to sell, it's easier to obtain. Platinum, no, not everybody buys platinum and palladium sort of stuff. Gold and silver is going to be easier to obtain in local stores, especially in pawn stores or banks. It's easier to sell online. You can have a lovely bunch of platinum, but it's going to be harder to shift. So I don't think those two metals are feasible. They may be higher in value, but not feasible. Not everybody has it. Not everybody can afford it, especially in this rough time. Anyway, yeah, silver, gold, half ounces, fantastic.
And pink
Fractional gold is easier to you maybe buy a little bit more of it, but I think that is probably the best way. Fractional gold is always going to be how, and you ain't got to sell a whole ounce to obtain. You can sell bits, bit like clipping, basically.
Yeah, you gotta weigh the pros and cons, don't you? Because fractional gold, you're going to be paying a slightly higher premium than if you have a larger amount. But at the same rate, it's easier to get rid of the fractional gold than it is to get a larger amount of gold. So fractional does have benefits compared to having the larger pieces.
Big Red's in the basement.
And
welcome. How's it going?
Good.
So, okay, fractional gold you were going on about. But, okay, here's my problem with fractional gold. Fractional gold carries quite a high premium. So what are your thoughts on the premium of fractional gold?
That's just what I was saying. For that, you have to weigh the pros and cons, because the fractional gold, you are paying a higher premium, but on the other hand, it's easier if you want to dispose of it.
True. But okay, so what I'm getting at, is steer away from the numismatic size. Okay, like like your kookaburras and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, to me, I don't collect numismatic. I melt it. That's just me. But I'm talking, like low premium, 10-ounce bars, kilo bars, 100-ounce bars, stuff like that. Right now, I mean, if you're going to buy in gold and save on premium, obviously you're going to go for the ounce. Right. I mean, there's no question about it. So basically what I'm going at, why do you steer from 100-ounce bars is my next question.
Again, it's a 100-ounce bar. The reason I do that is because it's easier to liquidate the fractional than it is to try to sell off a 100-ounce bar.
Okay. But
that's the only reason.
Okay, my question is, say if you had 100 maples, where would you go and sell them 100 maples if you needed the money ASAP?
You've got a couple. Well, if it's that is a common problem that a lot of stackers have when an emergency comes up, because 9 times out of 10, they'll sell it to a dealer, or they'll sell, and there's tons of them out there. They'll sell it, but you're not going to make what you would normally do if you sold them through the community.
Absolutely.
There's. I would say, even, and I'm talking Canadian now, and I've sold silver quite a bit this year. if I when I was buying Canadian silver maple lace for $41 for one coin, I was lucky to get just over $30 when I sold them. So I took a loss.
Absolutely.
And that's what happens if you're in a panic situation. You end up selling to silver gold bull or one of these gold outfits or the local coin shop that they have to make a profit too. You're going to take a loss. But the whole idea behind stacking, as you know, is to hold on to it so that it gets beyond the amount you paid for it. And so, buy low, sell high.
Absolutely. But I mean, like the elephant in the room, is, you got the metals on hand when SHTF hits the fan and you have to sell. That's the first thing you go to is obviously your stack, right? I mean,
that's
you'd
right.
rather sell your stack than your house, obviously, So, what I'm getting at though is, okay, so if you had 100 ounce of maples and 100 ounce bar, and you were to go to, say, your local LCS or a dealer, either one, they would pay the same for, basically. Yes, you may get an extra $1 for the maples. I'm not saying you wouldn't, but I'm talking silver weight price as it stands. You know what I mean? Yeah. So realistically, you wouldn't have a problem selling that 100 ounce bar over the 100 ounce maples, because I mean, 100 ounce is 100 ounce, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get, to get, you to understand though too, is don't steer away from the 100 ounce bars. I mean, you buy them in the 100 ounces, you're saving on that huge premium. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I fully understand what you mean with the premiums are ridiculous.
Right. And as far as maples go, I don't know where you're buying your maples from, bro, but we obviously need to connect, because I'm paying $30 a maple right now.
The price I quoted was back when they were really high. Right now they're I think silver gold bull's selling them for $35 a piece.
Yeah, I'm paying. I pay $1 over melt for maples right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I just picked up 500 of them, and I just paid $1 over melt.
Oh, wonderful.
So, yeah,
that's good.
No, I mean, they're not pristine,
But that's but it's, you're not doing it for numismatics. You're doing it. You're stacking.
No, you're doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And like my LCS, I tell them, whatever you got, I don't care if it's milk spotted, I don't care if it's scratched, dent, whatever, I'll take it. As long as it's an ounce, I'll take it, and that's what I do, right? So, I mean, yeah, if you need to get maples cheap, let me know. I'm sure we can work something out.
Oh, hey, you've got, yeah, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I mean, but yeah, no, it's just a question I've been kind of going around the community asking people, I'm surprised that Dale, I'm surprised you went with fractional gold, being that, the premium is just through the roof on them right now.
I was just thinking that over here it'd be easier to, if you needed an emergency, the fractional gold would be easier to sell. I wasn't obviously I wasn't talking about a real life scenario, but if I had an ounce of silver, 100 grams of silver, and it's a silver bar, that would be what my go-to would be in a worst case scenario situation, rather than the stack that I paid a little bit more for. If it was ounces, say like a Cougar or the bar will be one lump sum gone, because that's where I miscommunicated but the gold, the platinum and the platinum, I wouldn't. It's just not hard. It's not easy to sell by. It's probably easy to buy, but it's very difficult to get rid of. I would always go with gold or silver. Start low. No, obviously not going to give out your biggest dollar first if the worst case scenario happens.
Right, absolutely. No, I mean, I don't know how the UK market works. I'm assuming it's kind of just like the Canadian market, being that it's ran all by the same one, right?
Yeah.
Because I know the Royal Canadian Mint and the the UK mint, they collab on a lot of things, obviously, right? So I
Mhm.
know
Yeah,
that market is kind of the same. You know, the only mint that we're technically different from is the US mint. And even now, the US mint is buying all of our stuff because they can't even keep their doors open. You know,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, I've seen
exactly.
a number of times this year where the US mint has sold out and had nothing. And, you know, a lot of them coin dealers are buying from the Canadian mint because we've always had it on stock, you know. But then again, 90% of the silver that goes into bullion comes from Canada, you know,
Mhm.
so, right.
Yeah. A point I'd like to add about stacking that and the reason why I enjoy doing it. This winter, as Dale knows, was a hard one for me. My
Yeah.
furnace died. My hot water tank exploded. I had a big flood in my basement. I'm retired, so I kind of live paycheck to paycheck. But I have a little extra, but not a lot. And my wife looked at me with these cow eyes and going, "What are we going to do? We don't have the money to fix all this stuff." And that was the point where I looked at her and going, "Honey, don't worry about it. It'll get paid." She says, "What, are you going to sell all your coin collections up?" I said, "No, I'm not touching them." Actually, I panicked when she said that. Anyway, I just said, "Well, you just wait here." So I went down, I got a bunch of tubes together, and I cleaned out all enough to cover the costs for all the repairs and pay cash.
Yeah.
And she says, "How much do you have down there?" I said, "You'll find out after I pop my clogs.
Right.
It's there for an emergency." And
Well, that's it.
that's what it's for.
Absolutely. Like I just went through that myself. Like my truck.
Yeah.
As you guys know, I do scrap removal and junk removal and all that. You know, I do that full time now since I've been retired. And I mean, you know, my truck just broke down. Like I went through a cement barrier on the highway, and that was it. It was totaled, right? So I had to fork out 13 grand right away on a new truck, you know, and that's what I turned to. You know, it was either, I can't drive around that silver or gold or whatever. And I got to work every day. I got to make money. So I went and sold a couple ounces of gold, bought a new truck, and I've already made that money back, you know, and that's the way I look at it, right? I don't spend my metals unless I know it's a long-term investment, right?
Yeah.
Buying the truck is an investment for me. I'll make that money back, you know.
Well, that's your workhorse, isn't it? So if without your truck, you can't work. So
exactly.
So that is, as you said, that's already paid for itself already, and then some when you start when you're earning. So if you're just going to go out and buy something, I don't know, on a holiday is not an investment. It's good to have one, don't get me wrong, but if you are putting things away for a holiday, then go for your 100-gram bars, whack them through, get a bit of money that way. Don't put in your best cards.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, like I mean, if you're turning around and buying, Carson City Morgan stuff like that, don't be an idiot. Don't go to your LCS and sell them there when you need money. Stuff. I agree with that completely. I'm a sucker for buying key dates, and nor will I ever sell my key dates at an LCS. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
But when it's bullion, I mean, that's what bullion's for, right? Bullion's there for you to fall on if need be, and that's the way I see it,
Yeah.
So
I see EAC in the chats mentioning about going and picking up things like gold rings and stuff. You guys do garage sales or estate sales. That's a great place to pick up stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my LCS, he's got 2 melt buckets he keeps in the back room for me. All the broken jewelry, 925, and then all the broken gold jewelry.
Oh, awesome!
I'll go in there and buy it for melt.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So, but
Rebecca, welcome.
So, platinum and palladium.
I went
why
into
why do you guys steer away from platinum and palladium?
It's harder to sell, and individually, a lot of people, especially over here. I'm talking from my perspective. I work with precious metals. We had like loads and loads of precious metals over here in bins, and it's too expensive to get rid of. I wish I still worked there where I was working, because I could have picked that up for next to nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was like they were taking like the bronze, the copper, like every hour. But when it comes to the more precious metals, which was guarded, they wouldn't. It was just hard to get rid of. They had to wait for a ton of that to go, and obviously it's guarded by the police and that, and it just wouldn't go. It just one, they're probably losing out of money on it when it was coming from the raw material anyway, and after it been cut and whatever it's chopped into, it was in bits. It's not like little tiny scrags of it anyway, but it just wasn't shifting.
Right.
So the reason for that is because this is going back years ago, and they were going.
I've never gone beyond just gold and silver, so I haven't ever collected anything else.
Really? See, I know in the UK, platinum and palladium aren't really a huge market in the UK, only because of the whole assay factor, right? I've noticed that, because a lot of their stuff has to be assayed. But in Canada, we don't have that. And platinum and palladium are actually pretty big in Canada. So I was kind of surprised to see that you haven't got into that yet. You know, I mean, me personally, I don't buy platinum. It is, absolutely. And I don't buy platinum palladium either, but here's my reasons. Is because silver and gold has been around for tens of thousands of years, used as a currency. You know, and platinum and palladium just came into the bullion market as a coin or whatever in the last few years, right? And to put my fiat to back that, you know, it just doesn't have that comfort as going and buying an ounce of gold. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly. You're always going to have that in the back of your mind. Is it going to drop as quickly? Because with gold and silver, even though obviously it's a miles apart, silver will always go up. Even though it goes down, it goes up just as quick as it goes down. Gold is really steady. Platinum or palladium will go down really, really quickly, and it takes a long time to recover from a lot of markets. So you could be sitting on it for years.
Yeah.
Well,
if you got, as I say,
that's because platinum. A lot of the industrial markets, a lot of the medical markets, all that stuff plays on silver and gold, where it doesn't play on palladium and platinum as much. It's there, but not as much, like maybe a 2%. You know, I find more the residential market plays more on the platinum and palladium than anything. You know, which, as you guys know, the residential market isn't really a huge increase or decrease. It's always kept its steadiness, you know.
Yeah, I was just I mean, the most underrated metals like that people probably should collect and is copper and bronze. Absolutely underrated. I believe if you have a lot of copper in kilos, you know this. Obviously, I've seen you do what you do. Copper is so underrated. And if you invest more, I think if you buy like copper to sell, mount copper down to turn it into bars, I think once you get a ton of it, and it goes, because copper goes up quite high.
Right.
You can get it for next to nothing, and the premiums of it is really, really high.
But
all right, not in a great distance as like silver or gold.
But here's the thing with copper, right? I mean, I agree. Everybody should have some copper on a safe haven. But here's the thing: as long as you're getting the copper at if not free, but a very cheap price. You know, like I see people out there spending $2 to $5 for a copper round, and I sit there and say, you know, I think to myself, like, I could sell ice to these people. You know what I mean? Because like it's stupidity. In my opinion, it's stupidity. You know, I mean, there is so much copper around that you can get for free. You know, why go out and spend $5 for an ounce? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I would never buy it. Not copper rounds or anything. Just not worth it. But if you can find it, by all
yeah,
means.
like I got a guy, like I melt all my copper.
Buy it.
Yeah. For those of you that are in chat,
you're remarkable person. What you do.
Mm-hmm. We had a lot of people in chat wondering what's going on here. Again, we're discussing precious metals and stacking, and it's important to understand that. Again, this is our opinion, but again, we're not investment brokers or whatever. But this is our opinion as a stacker. Personally, and the guys can chime in whenever. I'm a firm believer that. Especially when you're stacking at a later date. I'm not talking when you're in your teens or your 20s, whatever. The earlier you stack, the better. Same with investments and compound interest. All that's wonderful. But I didn't start stacking till I turned 65. So I waited a very long time. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was looking forward to my pension, which sucks. But it keeps my house going. But I'm not seeing anything. But the earlier you start doing this, the better. I think everybody will agree with that. The other thing is that putting money in a bank these days, especially like savings, you don't make any money.
No.
It's a way you're wasting your money. So unless you're young enough to take advantage of compound interest or getting some stocks, bonds, whatever it is for your investments, precious metals is great, especially over a period of say 20 or 30 years. You're going to see, and believe it or not, if you bought $20 or if you had $20 worth of silver 50 years ago, you could buy the same amount of stuff today with that silver because it's increased in value. I mean, it goes up and down a little bit,
inflation
but
has gone up.
it still maintains better consistency than sticking it in a savings account where they're actually billing you. You're not making any interest. Am I on the right track here?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, I started stacking when I was 19 years old. I'm 35 right now. And, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I got other investments too. Obviously, I don't keep my eggs in one basket, but, you know, I mean, the precious metals, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Your statement, you know, put your how great the government system is, you know, put that fiat into precious metals, and 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, what have you, you know, it's still going to be worth what it is today, if not more. You know, you're not going to lose on that. If you got that fiat, say you got $100 today and you put that away in a jar somewhere, you're going to be lucky if you get a couple liters of fuel with that, you know. I mean,
exactly. I mean, a lot of folks here, I can go back. I'm going to date myself, Dale, so be patient with me here. I remember a time when I used to pay $50 a month for a furnished flat. My first house cost me $18,000, and I put $200 down to buy it, and it was on a double lot.
You definitely ain't gonna find that today.
Okay, no. So you see, if you know, there's no way if I had that fiat currency in my pocket from that back then and tried to buy anything, you're not going to get anything. It's worthless. Yeah. That's why I hear people at the cashier, oh, we can't cash $100 bill. Why? I'm only getting $5 worth of groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, money is not worth, money itself is not worth anything in value. And as,
Well,
you,
no,
as,
'cause
as
it's
being,
back,
if you
it's
put
back like
$100 a
that.
day, if you stack money, and that ends up being coming out of circulation, you've got to take that money back in the bank and get your money back. It's worthless. And that's another way you've got to look at it. And also, when you are stacking, make sure it's physical, not in the stock markets as well, because that can crash just as quickly. And that's a huge investment to lose.
Mhm.
What Numismaniac? I mean, when I say I collect silver, I collect silver numismatics, because the reason why I do that is because it's got best of both worlds. Not in the numismatics, it may not have not a lot of silver in it, but I collect quite a bit of little bits of silver. So, and that will stack up because I'm paying next to nothing for it. Sometimes it's free because I get it free from a friend sometimes, but it's also numismatics. So when I buy world coins or have world coins, there's some gems in there as well that I like. Like you do find there's some naff ones, obviously, and there's some real cool gems.
Yeah.
So it's ways of different stacking, as in precious metals itself. I mean, we pay a lot here. I mean, if I told you how much we pay for this place for rent, you'd be probably fall on your butts. But it's probably around about almost, I'll say $18,000, $1,800 a month, not $1,800 a month, and that's just rent. That's no bills included. So
That's pounds. That's like triple that money.
Yeah, it's quite a bit more.
So yeah, that's not including the bills.
Yeah.
That's just putting a roof over your head every month.
Yeah, it's nice to find the silver change, but in Canada, it's been over 20 years since the Canadian government started removing silver, so that when you get a roll of coins, if it's bank wrapped, you're not going to find nothing.
No,
you can find it in customer wrap rolls occasionally, but never a bank wrap roll. There's no silver in it at all.
Well, here's the thing with that. I got my sister-in-law works at TD Canada Trust Bank, and she told me that all the branches now have magnetic plates put inside the ATM machines and their cash machines. So basically what happens is anything that sticks to that magnet goes back into circulation. Anything that doesn't stick ends up going into a bag, and then the bank actually claims it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when I go buy a Coinstar and there's coins down there,
yep.
I snap them up.
We got a Coinstar down the road, but you can't take it. You're not allowed to take anything out of it. You got a security guard right next to it. You said, "Nope, not allowed to touch it."
Oh, it's not so bad here.
It's ridiculous. Metal detecting over here as well is really red taped.
You want to find silver coins. You want to find silver coins. I'll tell you right now. Get with a lot of them vending machine owners and offer to buy all their change. That's where you're going to find your silver coins.
Yeah. We haven't done silver since 1946, so that's been a while.
Because for instance, I own 5 vending machines and a few laundromats and a couple gas stations, and I'll tell you, I probably find about $5 face value of silver coins in a month. Which isn't a lot, but it's something. You know what I mean?
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people pay hundreds of dollars on the coin roll once and have nothing. And then one day, as you said, if you got a vending machine, you got your own coin roll hunt for what you're doing. You know what I mean? And if you find 5, that's for nothing. For something that you've paid for, and I don't know if you pay a premium for a bit of a rent charge or whatever, but the coins that goes in there, you stock up, and the rest is yours. So, win-win.
No, see, I'm cheap, man.
It's good to be.
These businesses call me. You know what I mean? Like I'll drive around and be like, "Oh, you guys don't got a vending machine?" They'll be like, "No, blah blah. No one's ever asked us." It's like, okay, well, let me drop one here, and Sure. You know, I'm not paying to drop it there though. Heck no.
As long as you're paying the maintenance and the replenishing, you know, that's
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
all that matters.
absolutely. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's just trying to keep it stocked, you know. As long as
Yeah.
you keep it stocked and it's working, you know, the companies don't have any issues with you, you know.
Is that like when you say vending? Is that like drinks or food or anything?
So I have 3 snack ones, and then I have 2 pop machines.
Ah, okay. Because
I haven't seen a vending machine in years.
Yeah, but now they're
We
coming
used to
out
have
with these
one.
new ones. They're coming out with these new ones. Well, I guess they've been out a couple years now, where they got movie rental machines now. You know, where you can actually, yeah, you know, because they got rid of all our blockbusters and all that stuff, right? So now they got like these DVD rentals machines that you just swipe your credit card with, right? And if you don't bring it back, then obviously they charge you for the entire movie, you know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been looking into them, but
A lot of people going to DVDs where there's so many streaming services now you can't pay for all of them. You know, I mean, it's if you paid for all of them, it's going to be it's probably got Apple, there's Disney, Netflix, a few others, and if you think about almost £10 each one over here, plus we have to pay a TV license as well to run a TV. It works out to really expensive, but if we buy a DVD player, we ain't got to worry about buying a TV license.
you got it. Hold on, you got to pay a fee to run a TV in your house.
Not a TV, to have a broadcast TV. So, like, even though you got your internet and your cable, for argument's sake, that's one payment. But there's a mandatory payment everybody has to pay for if you watch broadcast TV. Now it's me going. Now this is what people are cheesed off about. Now they're going to say, no, it's per household at the moment. So say I want to watch you, Big Red, yeah,
right.
But I have to pay a fee to Numismaniac, whether I watch his programs or not. I have to. I don't even watch his programs, but I watch yours. I have to pay him a fee. Okay, and there's nothing you can do about it. But now that there's a guy called Lord or David Levy, I think his name is, and he's running the BBC, and BBC's free all over the world, but not in England. Funny enough, and but now they're trying to do it per person. So they're going to put tax per person. So when you get your pay, you have to pay a tax. It's called a TV tax.
You guys are getting ripped off living there, bro. I'm surprised you guys have people. I'm surprised you guys have people living in your country.
I know. we have people coming in. Mention no names. I said I want to move out. Chief,
you know, we've got it hidden here in Alberta, and a lot of people don't realize it until they try to cancel anything. But when you have a package deals with your cable provider that happens to be your telephone provider and everything else, it's all in one. If I were to go to mine and say, okay, I'm going to keep my cable, but I don't want any of my regular channel, any of the channel. Not cable. I'm going to get rid of my cable. I'm going to keep my internet. It's all bulk in one.
Yeah.
It costs me more to get rid of. So it costs me more monthly if I get rid of my cable.
Yeah.
And just keep my internet.
Right.
So it's just so in actual fact, yeah. It's I end up with channels I don't ever watch, but I'm still paying for them. So we're actually doing it here too. It's just buried in amongst the bloody red tape.
Right. Right. But see, at least in Canada, we have that loophole, right? Like, so for instance, I don't have cable in my house whatsoever, but I have high-speed internet. But what I do is I just go to a basic solo internet provider. I don't go through a cable company, right? So therefore, I'm only paying that internet price, and that's it. That's all I'm paying for.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. And that's the problem. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You know, like for instance, like my cousin, he just went through Rogers, which is our biggest cable company in Canada. And he told him, I just want internet. I don't want cable because everything's on the internet anyways, right? You know, so and they're like, well, it comes in a package, blah blah. He said, well, I don't care. I don't want the package. I just want the internet.
See, that's the thing over here. If you have a mobile phone, you still need a TV license. If you have just internet, if you just have the internet, and if you're watching, say, if you're saying we're doing this now, you don't need a TV license, okay? Because we're not a broadcast company. But if we want to watch, say, news from any broadcast company, we need a TV license, whether you're watching it on normal terrestrial TV, you know, like just through the cable box, or you're watching it on YouTube. Matter, because they're classed as broadcast companies. But because we're not broadcast companies, we're just doing YouTube videos. That's okay. But if you're doing it on a computer, your phone, or your Xbox on that, and it's through broadcast, you have to have a TV license.
So you just need to move to Canada and get rid of all the negativities and just enjoy the perks, bro.
I mean, what makes me laugh when people complain about the fuel. Now, the fuel's gone up like everywhere, as you know, right? It's gone up. It's gone up for, you know, wherever part, no matter where you are in the world, it's gone up. It is almost £2 a litre. Now, when you think about a litre, it's 4.5, almost 4 litres. Was it? Do you still use litres?
Yeah, we still use
liters.
We're on the UK thing now.
Oh, okay. So like in America, was it like 3 litres, 3.5 litres per gallon? I think US gallon.
I think it's 4.2 liters per gallon.
Whatever it is, it's a lot more. You're paying a lot more than we are.
Yeah, they're paying like $6 a liter.
Is going to be, so a gallon. Say what's that? 10 quid for a gallon. Say a gallon is £10.
So if you're paying $10 a gallon there, then that's basically paying $30 a gallon here.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like right now, I'm diesel. I drive diesel all day long. I will never go to gas. But I'm telling you, I'm paying $1.73 a liter right now, Canadian, which works out to what, like almost $6 a gallon Canadian, give or take.
Yeah, we're up to $1.45 a liter here in Edmonton.
For regular fuel, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, 60% of that goes to the government.
No, 100% it does. Trudeau's lining his pockets, man.
Well, we need those folks in Ontario to help us get them out.
Right.
So it's $4.50 US, $4.50 US in the States.
And that's why I'm flying down there. I'm not driving.
Just take a big tank and fill up with Canadian gas first, then sell it, and then we got your money.
It's actually cheaper to buy fuel in the States than it is in Canada. If you were smart, you'd
3.8 liters per gallon. EAC's just put there 3.8. So yeah, say 4 liters for argument's sake. It's crazy. And yet the funny thing is, all companies buy it by the barrel, which goes in gallons.
Yep. It's all run on a U.S. system, though, right? All our fuel, which is stupid because here's the thing, man. When that whole pandemic hit and the borders were closed down, man, that was the first time I've seen fuel go down under $1 a liter. You know,
it was 54 cents a liter here.
Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy because what it is is
Ours went up.
Canada has all the fuel they need.
Yep.
But what they choose to do is sell it to the United States and then buy it back from the United States at double.
Yep.
You know, which is stupid. I mean, we have our own fuel sources, we have our own oil sources, we have all that stuff. But the only thing that we don't have a lot of is coal. And that's where it comes into. We trade our gas to the States for their coal, and then we end up having to buy back our same gas that we sold them for double.
No.
We got a bot.
These things are a nightmare. They're everywhere.
That's my future wife. Yeah, no, it's crazy. I didn't mean to come in and take over your stream. I was just kind of wondering your guys' thoughts on the whole stacking thing and stuff.
Let you know where she is. Coin Junkie. These things are a nightmare.
What's up, Coin Junkie? There's another Canadian there.
So I've put the notice in the chat, guys. We're down to about 10 minutes. If you want to play the Pay It Forward wheel, it's a donation of whatever you collect. Can be something as small as a dime, but it'll just let Dale know here that that you'd like to go on the Pay It Forward wheel. The first one, if you win, you get on the end month one, and that's where everybody sends the last man standing all the collectibles that we've accumulated over the month. It's a little bit different than any other channel that does this. It's a Pay It Forward wheel. It's an honor system. You want to donate something, just make sure it's not too big. No typewriters or phone booths or something like that. Something small that you can send through the mail, and it's worldwide.
Okay, so what exactly is this? Can you kind of explain it to me a little bit?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, essentially, we started it off with the Pay It Forward wheel. We do it twice a week, once on my stream and once on Dale's. Again, you'll notice our channels are mirrored, so they look the same. You commit to donating an item that you collect, whether it be a sticker, I don't care what it is, pins, stickers, coins, whatever, cards. And you set that aside in an envelope or a little bag or whatever you want to, or a box you want to save it for. By committing that Dale puts you on a wheel, and the first person on that wheel at the end of our stream, he runs the wheel, and whoever's the first one off, they go on to the second wheel, which is at the end of the month, and you don't have to play any more for the month. That's it. Come that second wheel at the end of the month, the last person, everybody that's won throughout the month goes on to that second wheel. And the last person standing on that wheel wins all of the booty that everybody's put aside. And everybody sends from their wherever they happen to live to that person that won.
Okay.
So it's completely different. So if you commit a dime, a silver dime or whatever, then that dime and you get on the wheel, great. Then that's the only thing that you have to submit, unless of course you win it, then you can hold on to your own dime. But everybody will have to send you the booty from the Pay It Forward wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I've confused you, it's listed down below.
Coin Junkie, are you still here, bro? Just want to see if you're still here.
So we have a Omega Yo-Yo.
Yeah, he's still showing us here. Yeah, you have to disclose it to Dale, who puts it on the list as to what it is that you're donating. That way, at least we can track what the Pay It Forward items are.
For the people.
Oh, and I should add, Dale and I also include a coin that we're not on the wheel, but that's our contribution to the wheel, so that's a little extra.
I already know what mine's going to be. So, so we have Silver Tanifer has donated a 1945 museum. Mark Peterson's have put in a 1204 Constantine I coin. Irene and Leo, they were going to put green cards, but it's going to be a bit much. 10 Bob has put a 6p in. EAC's put a G-Shock watch in. Yeah, Irish has put 1964 Rosie. I think it's a Rosie sticker in. And Bill 457's put a 1943 1 penny in. And now we got 10 Bob on there with Amigo, apparently. So for the prizes, so if anybody won anything, that's what you would get, unless you've won it, you don't have to send it to yourself, of course. No,
And I'll just pick something out of here.
The 1944 quarter rupee, okay. Mandia.
How about this? How about I throw in a random secret sandcast poured by me into it?
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Just for letting me take over your stream today.
Oh no, it's a pleasure
No,
having
that's
you up.
what we like. It's always an honor to have Big Red up, of course.
Not to mention, I'm contemplating buying some silver off this guy now.
Yeah, I got some pretty good deals,
Yeah,
but
I
I work with bullion dealers, right? So I don't work with let me put it this way: I do work with LCSs, but they sell my stuff. I don't buy from LCSs. You know what I mean? I buy from a bullion dealer that supplies the Royal Canadian Mint, so that's why I'm able to get my bullion a lot cheaper than
awesome
people would, right? Yeah, like I just picked up a 200-ounce pushed bar strictly right from the Royal Canadian Mint. These are the bars that they push through the machines to stamp out maples with.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I just bought one that was unstamped, like just before it got pushed into the machine. I was pretty stoked about that.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So it's a mystery sample, yeah?
Hey?
Was it a mystery sample, did you say?
Yeah, sand pour, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll think of something cool to pour and send it.
Dale's been doing my sand pours for me. I love the work that he's doing, but my wife keeps stealing mine.
Yeah.
She gets it in, and all of a sudden they're gone.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get a piece from Dale so I can put them on my shelf of artists.
Yeah, I will send you one, I promise you. You know that. When I pour something from this gentleman here, I'll do one for you, obviously, because that'd be great to see on your shelf, and that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
But he's a master.
Yeah, I haven't been pouring for now, so.
I used to do it on an industrial scale, but not this. This is a bit fiddly. This was normally hammering stuff to bits together, so sledgehammers.
Work's been crazy for me, so I haven't been able to get into the shop in like a month.
And your furnace broke down as well, didn't it?
Yeah, she blew up. Yeah, it ended up the crucible broke out at the bottom, and over 30 ounces went into the brains of it and melted the circuit board. So
brutal.
Yeah, but I just got I got the old school one back when I first started casting. I built her back up, so she's still working right now for now. So
that's good news.
Yeah.
I like to do
them furnaces ain't cheap, man. I'll tell you, the one that just broke on me, I spent over $1,200 on it, and US. And now I got to try and get another one back in, because I'll tell you, those tabletops, that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've got. I mean, I've got a very, because we've got limited space, so mine's on it. As you know, you've probably seen my videos.
Yeah.
It's literally nowhere to do anything. So when I've done it and pulled it, I do it outside. So and the problem is Zoe's got real bad asthma. So when the sand's heated up a little bit, she I have to make everything like Swiss cheese around the house, so everything's open. But I want to get one of those top ovens,
Yeah, that's why my wife don't let me pour in our house. That's why I got my own separate little apartment shop for my casting, because hey, come winter time when I'm pouring 1,000 ounces a day, that smoke from all that sand in there, you can barely even cut a knife through it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I can't do it as much as I possibly. I mean, Zoe used to work all the time when she was at the hospital, so it was like it was not too bad. I had to make sure I did it early in the morning, so when she came home at night, everything was vented out. And of course, we had not long had the puppy as well, so he was in around my feet, and I was like, oh my god, so. But now he stays away, he just goes outside and just does his own thing now, so he's a lot older. But yeah, now I'm going to get myself on those. So yeah, it's curious,
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I just want to invest into one of those little top ovens, put my tray in there, heat it up a little bit, get it loose, and it'll be easier to work with.
So you're doing sand though, right?
Sand. I done some. I got some bars here that I done a few days ago. Because what it was, I started doing the bars, and only for a few days they'd done the platinum hallmark for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. And I thought, oh, great, I just missed it. And they opened it up again for a few weeks more because there was high demand. And so I just got these back. So I done these little bars.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the hallmark there.
Here, I'll make it so we can see it a little better here. There you go.
So that's my sponsor mark, and at the end of there is 70th platinum anniversary. So it's a limited mark as well, and it's obviously been tested for purity and other things.
So let me ask you this: do you find having to get your pieces hallmarked? Do you find that slows your progress and limits you to a certain customer base?
No. If I was to sell it into certain countries, I have to legally have an S on the end of the hallmark.
Right.
You've got an S for sale. It's the sales mark. Just walk away from it because it's not been essayed properly.
Right.
Like that's what it looks like. And it comes back pure 5 bars, laser stamped.
Right.
So, and it's again, it's peace of mind. You're going to get silver.
Right. But what I'm asking is because obviously you got to send it in to get it essayed, right? Obviously that takes time and money and everything else, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, because you got to pay to get these things assayed, obviously you got to get that money back out of your piece. So therefore, that alone adds an extra premium on top of your pieces. So my question is, does it slow down your progress, as in, your sales? And then
if I was to do something like you do on, like, more or less, because I've seen you pour and pour and pour, like you have 10 flags. I've seen with quite a few, and you're on a industrial scale compared to what I am. I'm more recreational, so in a way, I sort of put that in. If I'm doing it for my family, which I mostly sell to, that's what people, the reason I leave these blank, I've sold a few of these. The reason I leave them blank is because then people can put their own whatever they want on the front of them.
Right.
So they can go to the engraver and engrave them whatever they want to. But if I was to do it as an industrial, so like the way you were, yes, it would be more of an inconvenience. But if I lived in Birmingham, it'd be done in an hour at no extra cost.
Wow.
Because I got to post it, send it back. It takes 5 days, so I've got to factor in that time scale as well. But at least if I was doing it on industrial scale, everything's stamped, recorded. You're going to get a proper, no questions asked, decent product. If I was what you were doing,
right.
If I was doing what you were doing and I had to go and get it essayed, at least you can go to bed sleeping that you've done justice to your work and you got a registry of what you've done. And they can search your hallmark as well. So, but
Dale,
Dale,
I'm going to jump in here. We're going to do the 30-second count. Last
okey-dokey,
chance for people to put a number in, and then we can take this up right after we do the wheel.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
Okay, that's it. We've just got 2 on the wheel.
On mine. I still got 10 seconds. Hang on a second. I was actually going to take a picture of the hallmark so it'd be see it better, but because it's really tiny.
I've seen the hallmarks before. I mean, because I know John RMS too very well too, right?
Yeah,
I've got some of his pieces and stuff too. So
I mean, I'm not sure what he does with the. I think he's with the Sheffield.
yeah, I think so.
Just got to remove all these names. Okay, we got EAC. We got.
Yeah, you guys really fascinate me with the pores. Yeah, that looks so cool.
I just like doing it. It's a bit like, to me, it's fun. Like Big Red does it on a. To me, I do it more recreational. You do it on a more of industrial scale. Compared to me, anyway, that's the way I look at it.
It's crazy though, because see, I just started out because I just wanted to change my boring stack into something more interesting and fun for me, and I started showing people, and then people wanting stuff, and then next thing you know, 7 years down the road, I'm now pouring upwards of like 7,000 ounces a week, and
wow.
But my art bars are cool, don't get me wrong, but where I really enjoy and shine is when I get that person wanting something custom made, and that's where it is for me. Like when I built that Raptor, or that chess set, or I did the gavel for Coin Crew, yeah, like those are my pride and joys.
Yeah, I've done a couple of custom pours. One I've done for Numismaniac, and I think I could have done better myself, but because he served as well, like you did, I sent it as a gift, you know. So,
Oh, that's one of my favorite pieces now.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Dale. We all think that we can do better, and you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've like that chess set, man. That thing was flawless, but I still think I could have done better. You know, we are our own critics. You know what I'm saying?
We're our own worst critics, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good to be like that, though. If you say, "Oh, that'll do," then that's not good enough. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay, good luck, you guys. I'm going to shuffle this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of building another chess set too.
And that is Manvia. Manvia's on the monthly wheel.
Nice.
Oh, Mandir, congratulations. I think he's wandered off. He's gone back to work. I'll let him know.
So you guys will email me who I send this for to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know, or we'll not only let you know, you can come back and visit again.
Well, no, yeah, absolutely. But you know, like some nights I get crazy busy. You know, like that's why you guys only see me pop in every now and then. Is because work gets crazy and then all the pouring and stuff. You know, so I
Yeah.
try to get on YouTube as much as I can, but it's not as easy as what it used to be. You know.
Understand.
I mean, if you ever want to check out Big Red's channel, is on Saturdays on the Premiere. Is that right? And you do live streams as well. You understand?
Yeah, I do the premiere train every Saturday, and then every other Saturday we do an auction on the Redneck Metals channel, which is a group that I created with a bunch of different pourers. We do auctions every other Saturday, and then I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. You know.
I think I follow you on Instagram, actually, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, Instagram has been crazy lately, and man, I'll tell you, just trying to keep up with all them orders is just maddening. Tell you, I've stopped pouring for 2 weeks. I basically told everybody that I had pours waiting for. I said, listen, y'all gonna have to wait. I need to take 2 weeks to myself, you know, and then I'll get back to it. You know what I mean? Because I was overloaded, you know.
You got to give yourself a break, man, because it is hard work. It's hard work when people
Absolutely.
realize it is.
Absolutely. You know, especially when you're pouring each piece one by one and then having to hand file it and clean it all up and put hours into everybody else's work. And that's what it was for me. You know, I was like, last 6 months, here I am, I'm casting, but I'm casting for all these other people. And I haven't made one thing for myself, you know, and it's like, no, like I got to take 2 weeks and make something for myself to just replenish my energy, you know, and then I'll get back to it. You know what I mean? So I just put the red light on everybody, and this is my time now. You know what I mean?
You don't want to burn yourself out by enjoying something you do. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely.
It's nice to do. Nice to do a lot of things for a lot of people at one go. As I said, you not only have you got your work, your main work, you've got, as I said, you casting, and then you probably, you know, you're doing things with family, and you know, it's a burden in the end, isn't it? You know, you don't want to feel like that.
I mean, I got a big farm that I run daily, you know, like we live on a big farm, right? 3,000 acre land, you know. You know, I mean, we got cows, pigs, goats, the whole 9 yards, you know. I mean, we slaughter our own meat, you know, all that stuff too, right? I live on a native reservation. So I supply all the meat to the grocery store here as well, right? So I got that job, and then I do my scrap metal removal and junk removal business full time, and that's usually about 8 to 12 hours a day on top of that, and then my casting. So I mean, I was sleeping 4 hours a night if lucky, you know. And
I suppose you can blink.
Right, you know. I mean, I haven't sat at my dinner table in a long time, man, but I'll tell you, these last 2 weeks, I've enjoyed it, you know, so. Yeah, but I enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do, you know.
your hobby is supposed to be your break, not turn it into an occupation.
Absolutely. But I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. It makes me happy. It helps with the PTSD and stuff too, you know. So I mean, you know,
I mean,
I was,
I love the pouring. I absolutely love it, and I love the finished product. I look at it and think, oh man, I could have done that better. I could have done that a bit better. And I can see where I could have done better as well on things. And I send them out, I think, man, I could have done better. You know what I mean? But then they go, oh, it's really nice, it's really cool. But I could have done better. You know what I mean?
but that's it, right? That's it right there. If you can notice where you went wrong, or if you can notice your own flaws, then that's where it's at, and that's how you grow, and that's how you better your skill over time, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many. I can't even call them artists. I can't even call them pourers. I'm gonna call them pretenders, and this is just my opinion. So if people want to hate me. But I see all these pretenders, you know, like making these things and then just throwing them in the tumbler and pushing them out the door just to make a quick flip, quick profit. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, if that's your game, that's your game. Okay, whatever, you know. But what I enjoy and what I would go out of my way to buy is a piece that where someone actually put their time into it. You know, I mean, cleanup is key. You know, you don't want to buy a 3D figure with a bunch of flashing and all this crap all over. You don't want to buy something that's scratched up and gouged in, and you know what I'm saying. And that, as the artist, you know, for you to know where you can do better, and you know, for you to know where your flaws are in that skill, or you know, that trade that you're working in, that's key. And that's, you know, as long as you can acknowledge that, then you're doing something right. As long as you're learning, that's all that matters.
You learn every day. You learn. I mean, when I worked, I never said that. You know, I will go in with a bunch of knowledge, but I started it on my first day. I was there. I never started. Oh yeah, I'm bigger than everybody else. And I'll go, okay, show me what you do, and I'll do it the way you do it. And then I'll adapt it with just, oh my God, your missus is back. I think she's after you.
My missus.
Redneck. Oh man, these things do my head in. But yeah, I think some people though. I'm not going to criticize anybody's work, because you know I criticize my own work. But as long as, say, somebody is happy with it, whether it's free or whether it's paid for, you know, if they're unhappy with it, I'm quite happy to send it back, and I'll do it again. You know, no questions asked.
Absolutely. And just saying that, and standing behind that puts you in a higher category than a lot of other guys. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people will be like, "This is what you get. That's what you got. Once you get it, it's yours. That's it." You know what I mean? Where I'm in the same boat as you. If they don't like it, send it back. You know, I'll redo it. I'll make you something else. You know what I mean? I stand behind my product, and any artist that stands behind their product is an artist by me that's okay to buy from. You know, I mean, if you're buying from an artist, if you're buying from an artist that doesn't stand behind their product, then you shouldn't be buying from them. Period.
No.
You know.
I mean, I would, if they want to have any pointers about how to keep the silver. So the best way to having it is in cotton, not in. Oh, I shouldn't have it in the bags really, but it's there for storage. I mean, when I send it out, I do my own boxes, I do my own packaging, I do everything I make with myself, and you know, it's presented. I hope it's presented nice. I'm not too sure what people think of it, but the only person who can obviously verify that is this guy here. So
you do a lovely job. Not only have I enjoyed your pours, but your presentation is flawless. It's beautiful the way you've done it.
See, and that's where I lack 100%. I'll be honest. I don't do the boxes and the presentation and all that. I mean, to me, and this is just me. Maybe it's because I'm on a bigger scale and I'm moving so much. Is because the way I see it is the person's buying the piece for the piece. You know what I mean? The piece speaks for itself.
Well,
You know?
isn't that
So,
the same in numismatics, though? I mean, I don't buy the coins for the coin, and they come in the clamshells. I don't care about the clamshells. I got drawers full of the damn things.
right.
I put the coins on a display.
Right. And see, that's the same way as me, right? So, like, honestly, when people buy a port from me, I throw it in a plastic bag, I throw my sticker in there, throw a little bubble wrap around it, and out it goes. You know what I mean? That's the way they get it. You know what I mean? But I've thought about buying boxes, and I've thought about getting little bags made and all this. And honest to God, for as much as I send out, I'd be spending way more money on custom baggies and stuff like that than. Yeah, there goes my profit. You know what I mean? If anything, and so it's like, no, you get a sticker. I pay $2 a sticker as it is. You're lucky you get a sticker from me.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from, but obviously said you're on a much wider and bigger scale than I am, and so I do have the time to do that bit, and obviously before I send anything out, I always when I send stuff, I always take a picture of the tracking number. It's gone. It's there. They can track it themselves, and hopefully it gets to the customer okay. And I say, it's tracked. I know it's tracked here. I can follow it here as well, wherever it was.
Yeah, I always supply tracking numbers. Always. I mean, that's
I think it's another safety net as well. You can.
Well, absolutely. It's a must. Because then you get people that come back and say, "Oh, well, it didn't show up." Well, yeah, no. Here's a tracking number, buddy. You know what I mean? I know it showed up, right?
Yeah.
So,
since we're talking about coin here, one of my ideas that I would love to see come to volition is a Métis Infinity silver pin, and I'd like to have them put on with the red or the blue swatches as a background.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you send me a picture through email of this that you want done, I can get a custom mold made and get them made. Like, I stand behind my motto. I can make anything.
Yeah, my sister. I'm thinking of my sister because she's gone full native. I know I'm Métis, but she wants everything.
That's funny though. That's funny though, because I'm half Métis. So yeah.
And you're from Ontario or Quebec.
I live in Ontario. I'm not from Ontario, but yeah, I live here.
Is that right? Yeah, because my grandmother, actually she was Algonquin. She would have been wearing because we're from that side of the country, we would normally have the blue Infinity insignia. Out west here, they have red.
Right. Métis here is more along Quebec, right?
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah,
on top of the Enoch Reserve here.
Yeah. No, I'm originally from Germany. I was born and raised in Germany.
What, were you a PMQ brat or what?
So my mom, she went over to Germany during her college vacation or something. Met my dad, and I was born there, and yeah. She came back here. I stayed there with my dad and his family, and stayed there till I was about 14, and then moved here. And then I ended up going back to Germany to be in the military. And then after the military, I came back to Canada. I met my wife.
Which unit were you with?
I was with the German regiment.
Oh, so you were in the German army.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was in the German army, and then but we were hired through the Canadian army for to go over to Afghanistan.
Oh, very interesting.
I was over in the sand pit for about 3 years before I got shot.
Oh, good gravy. Yeah, my son-in-law did 3 tours in Afghanistan. I lucked out long before I retired in July of 1990. So I kind of avoided all that stuff.
I was planning on making a full-on career out of it, and then my right leg got blown to shreds, and so my whole right knee is all titanium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, again, I know you've heard it lots, but thanks for your service. I mean, that's going the full gusto.
Oh yeah, no worries. I mean, I was proud to do it. I mean, serve my country, serve this country, and I mean.
Man, you just have to shake your head. That's something else.
Yeah.
The sandbox. Anyway, we're just about the time to shut the stream down, guys.
Yeah. Big Red has been on.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. Dale, as always, you're the greatest. And we have our collectors gathering tomorrow.
Yeah, we have just a basic chat tomorrow. That's all it is. Just
have some fun. Maybe do some trivia.
Cool,
And
cool.
by all means, Big Red, if you want to come back tomorrow, by all means, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not busy, yeah, I'll pop in definitely. But
a little bit earlier tomorrow, though. It'll
yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good night, and thanks for having me up.
You're more than welcome.
Big Red, thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Take care, Dale.
Take care.
You take care. Man, what a guy.
Oh, he's awesome. Awesome.
Well, my friend, respect for Big Red.
Yeah, I do. I do have a lot of respect for him too, and I hope to hear and see more of him. I mean, he's at a level where he's stacking, and as a stacker, you look for sources like this where you can pick up silver at a lower premium, because who wants to pay the highest prices out there? You don't want to do that.
Exactly, and I'm going to send him. I'm going to do something cool for him, man, for what he's done. I'm going to get properly, all done properly like I do for everybody else, and hopefully he does it proud. Hope it sits. Hope he's smiling.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Another Canadian.
There's lots of us.
There's lots of Canadians, but the thing is, though. I followed him for a long time now, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to get into his streams on Saturday. And I'm there, and I'm obviously busy and doing stuff in the day, because obviously we're doing this 4 times a week. And then I was obviously helping other people before this and many others. But his paws are, I'll be honest with you, magnificent.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out his channel and see some of the pours that he's done, because I've been doing everything else but that. So definitely gonna check it out and see what he's done, because I love these pours.
He puts mine to shame, honestly. he puts mine to shame big time.
Yeah, take care there. We're just shutting down.
Oh man!
Hey, I'm here now.
Got another celebrity coming in, big Baja Wildman. We'll be back tomorrow 5. Well, is it? I can't remember what day it is now. Tomorrow, Tuesday, right?
Yeah, you're on at.
No, I'm on Tuesday already.
2:00 Mountain Standard Time.
Part of the planet I'm in.
Which is about 4:00 Eastern, and add 7 on to mine. That's 9:00 European.
Yeah. Oh man, he's another. Please check out Baha and his missus. Absolutely beautiful people.
Absolutely.
Another two amazing channels there. You take care, Big Red, and
Yeah.
We will see you all tomorrow, 9 p.m. GMT. That's it.
That's it. 9 p.m.
Which is 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, you do that, Baja Wild Man. We'll see you tomorrow. And good night, Dale. We'll catch you later, my friend.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Whatever you're up to, please be safe.